Your battery komo wa ye tie adwuma we free onum esan say nunti potin on ye nimpanyufo ahia say ya tena konya bunu so de won enim de ana ebetun sa from sabi fia we ti bon koso ahobrase kwanso ne ne die kwanso o ma ha to bia wo ha bia kura ne fat obi oba ha bia sabi mpanyufo anim e ba mamu nkyekere ne kankoro ne bia wo wakwada mu ntene ya tun sa frɛ akukudam a wo ba beboa yin miwra Adam Sabo oyo penny kase pa Greater Accra hanyina ono no ye kasa mafo penny Emma MPP ye Greater Accra Regional Communications Director miwra no wa bremu na ne post no na ache ana wo pewia anyways afa yewra Benjamin Kofi Kwashi, one of the few NDC personalities a womu badwuma papa with strength and resource. Papa is this man. Not only in South Africa, or Bagan or Bajuma. Almost all the programs in with TV so on my home say, Papa, you wanna hey, at the end this one at the buy, but anyways, or yeah, Juma pa. Menoka say call South Africa Council of Elders, you know, Bivra Ana Yewunti Tineni. Sounds you're chairman of Allied Consortiums, South Africa. Na ne krakra no. Yewura dachi bia wonya kwanya oba be Ghana mampeni esan se wate amanyo kwani din edi PAP ye People's Action Party yenu apeni kosi busumuru enso ewofia no ene ye hwe enema baanu but largely no ye hwe if like press briefing I call so chairman in team address Ghana for efa see dun ketia na NDC on true state of the nation won so akirekire mu say adabraka omutimi enyesa emfato hono epagifo yam akwaba ne misa sempomboko yo epagifo se aboda me ebo free nti alhaji wa haide na chesa alhaji be hyase amaye enra adi nti ana mudi senkomo esasa na kufado ohwe ateko 67 e shano manema state of the nation address why we ana ndi from so mama true state of the nation nti die na mote ya mkukupa ya mosan ni Ghana for beka sabi
medawasi pi ane akonya wa mami
but you 7 minutes
ma memfa ofidie so na menchia ahwefo nyina ane menuanu ma menyo mahie menu there is the second time I'm in a share and that is the first time I share me wogidie se o man no ye yonti ene nyina ate ha no ante me bom pa se de be ka bia no e be ma o man no do e be wa yakumum. Yes, State of the Nation's address. Three more minutes I made down no crowd, but I quite say on mine no baby on mine an attitude.
On mine
Dwabre. Exactly. And she shay be a word mine say obia ya de to me or mine to me I show same no bread bra na otu me baba bun konta echre said on mine no esiko. Na say bia yeso we adwenkyere bia ye de beka ho a na ye de aka ho na no na last time on man panyin eko eka wo parliament de bia on manager Dwabre ewo na NDC for eka say de on man panyin kan no enye sene etino no na omomo wo the right State of the Nation's address and almost call UPAC ekoma omode. But NM say Ghana for na de o man share nsem no SSA yamma enukra no endendi no hadn't been just MPP NDC anka ebe kate no enia ewoso but for the friends saying the love and the respect yewoma o man no SSA yamra embema o man no enhwe anokra edum. And then also thank God at least Ghana almost about, if I'm not mistaken, almost about 60+% of Ghanaians are well educated. This time known to me and to through and go be him and by the mass the true state no of the nations are doing. And our chances are we came with facts and figures. Our facts and figures, there's nothing you can do to manipulate it. It is not manipulative. And we have indicated in our the chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Mr. Stephen Tim, especially now we are in a dev stock no, because not the beer or moboso. On my ETS, say President Kufuor Bano now a dev stock here about 5.4 5.4 billion. And President Kufuor moving equal 9.7, which is about 81%. And President Kufuor added torso. And President John Dramani and His Excellency may he so rest in peace, the late Mills, a buyer, and almost moving from that 9 billion, single 9, and then 90, single 9 billion. And I'm moving from there to 122 billion.
Which is very huge.
Which is very, you see, the reason why I understand the NDC very well. In nominal terms, if you are comparing MPP's debt to NDC, the MPP one sounds very decent. But if you calculate it in percentage terms, that's where you see the reality.
Yes.
Who actually accrue more debts. So, no, you buy Emma Obia, and time I can say, me prefecting my idea say, at least over 60% of our population, no, a bit more calculated, I share, and some are came as our corp. Fortunately for us, and also, we are see I easier more Obia, say, Android phones were holding them on normal. I'll bet to me, I delve into the archives to see who is telling the truth and who is lying. And Yama or mine at Yasia said, you are more canon, and Yanasa is just that, and quite apart from the BIA can say yes, we told Ghanaians that NDC is not capable of managing the economy of this country. They are not capable of propelling the fortunes of this country, no, to where Ghanaians desire it to be, no. And nonetheless, to me, no, every NDC for 2016, we share 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. Next, I will share the economy, no, echo. I mean, nobody. In fact, it sounds absurd. Say NDC even today, the way a man or more kasano, as if say COVID-19 never happened in their thinking. That when we are talking about the current situation, we should put COVID-19 aside. Look, let me tell you something. If you plan from your house to go to work, of course, in your work schedule and whatever plans that you have, there's nothing like wetting yourself to office. And on the way it rains, and you are asked, why are you wet? So don't you have the right to explain that it rained? Or it never rained? So the fact that you are wet, that doesn't make you an incompetent worker. You see, so sometimes I find it difficult to understand the position of the NDC. No? And always we've questioned the NDC. At least, before NDC exited power, if you, it's all over Kaipan, President Kufuor, so a peja economy no pan, but somewhere around 2008, 2007, 2008, there was an economic meltdown worldwide, which affected the economy. And that
US banks have that challenge.
Yes, the recession. You see, that compelled the economy to go on its knees. But upon all, we share we are especially our neighboring countries and the rest. The way or more suffer in Ghana, we didn't feel the heat like that. The same way this time around, it is happening. But President John Dramani Mahama at Professor Mills' regime, no, they should tell us what pushed them to IMF. We have always questioned them these things. They should tell us that when they say this, when they mention this, everybody, it will resonate on the minds of everybody that indeed we are aware of this situation. Right, so but in our case, no, maybe we share and now I mean, in the midst of all these things, no, somewhere like UK, sometimes we hear examples, any other European country, no, they were even rationing food. Rational, I say, ne Jano cry or do Sika Cotono. Won't win to do. Omega say, Tona Jebino, you be so metobi. Ebia and see your mind. And now I can say, Obia and Cosell line say, make a top petro and to be beer. Or do not put to boy them. But no, your friends and man penny making sure, say, we don't run out of fuel supply. Nigeria, they have more fuel than we have. Is that not it? But I mean, they run out of fuel supply somewhere along the line. No.
Just 30.8 million.
No. Oh, if you do that, you get it wrong. it is based on your numerical strength and our supply.
You must also compare numbers because
no.
Chances are that a bit short.
And I'm telling you that even when you do it that way, you get it wrong. I think what you're supposed to have already done is that the total population of Nigeria vis-a-vis the total population of Nigerians who uses vehicles and that of Ghana and who uses vehicles. And you even be surprised to see that Ghanaians even use more vehicles than Nigerians.
I think you should end there.
No, but there's a lot. But I think because of the time factor, because many could be
time natural. We share maybe and then you bring it to the fore. Mira, Ocean Semia Sabo Edia Tujaya. I'm tempted to believe and side with him because then say my papa fa a year amamu influence sika ya kobo wa manone e kano every 5.4 billion or my penny free 5.4 billion about 9.7 billion which account for 81% increment. Now my free 9.7 billion about 122 billion which account for about 813% increment. And when you do the extrapolations, MPP DNA is just about 304%. My member with a 400% increment. Now say, Musenya authority condemn MPP. People think you are not being fair. And even with the Ivory Coast, Amodeye Mususudiano, say I can't say so economy here. Okay, no, they've also turned to IMF. Our Musiki about 2.26 billion or something. And you know, that's the crack say.
Akwenya isu and chair for and my fellow panelists. I think say what happened yesterday, this is the first time I who say party in power, its president delivering the State of the Nation address, then the party also comes up to also deliver such an address. Now, Enra who chairman, MP before chairman now won't say he wasn't sure of what he was saying. He was, for a better want of word, he was a bit clueless. Very clueless, because Oshe, how General Asidun Ketia delivered the true State of the Nation address, you would expect, say, they could have done something better. They could have rebutted with figures. They could have rebutted with facts.
But it did.
Yes, and I'm going to delve into the facts that they gave.
Okay.
The fact is that COVID, that every person in the NPP wants us to believe, say, is the reason why we are here, the Auditor General's report has exposed them. COVID brought us more money than what we are made to believe. But their reckless spending is what has brought us here. They want us to cry because of COVID? No, we won't cry because of COVID, because other countries also had COVID, and through proper and prudent management, they were able to come out of this without their economies being hit the way Ghana's economy was hit. Time General Asidun Ketia true State of a Nation address, he stated clearly, say, before COVID, that is in 2019, your currencies, the cedi, it depreciated by over 14%. 14% in 2019. Good. Now, offer MPP for almost 2020 mid-year budget review. Ken Ofori-Atta stated, say, before COVID, the Ghana cedi cumulatively depreciated by 12.6% against the United States dollar. So clearly, it means, say, even before COVID, we were not doing well as an economy. The cedi in 2016 depreciated by 9.6%. And it's a fact. But it depreciated here in 2016 at 9.6%. Alhaji Bawumia had the guts to say NDC administration is incompetent. At a rate of 9.6%, he says the NDC government is so incompetent. In 2019, they recorded depreciation of 14%. Bawumia wanted us to take him serious. 9.6%, we are incompetent. 14%, you want us to take you serious. You see, I have stated
that was by the end of 2020 fiscal year.
Yes.
And so don't forget that by March that earlier year,
yes,
not COVID-19, which is an external shock, a hit or minor.
That is why you should pay attention to the dynamics of the economy. Okay, said the World Bank country director told us that the economy was not doing well even before COVID came. The recklessness, their refusal to ensure, say, we all grow as a country. They were running the country as if the country is being run currently as if it's one person's property. And it's for few people are almost said they know better than anybody. Now, the 14% depreciation in 2019 now. Boss, you ask yourself, say, haven't we been so unfair to the NDC administration? Because, look, General Kasano, he stated 15 points. And if I have the chance, no, I will be able to name them, but you need that time. So
maybe you can.
I can just briefly. Yes. Is it true that in this country, people have lost jobs?
It is true.
Good. General says, for the first time in the history of our country, we've defaulted on debt obligation. Is it true of us?
It is true.
Good. All credit agencies are rating Ghana to junk and below. Is it true of us?
I appreciate it.
Good. Good.
But largely it's true.
Youth unemployment is at the all-time high. Is it true of us?
It is true.
These are the facts that I wanted the MPP general chairman at his briefing to say, oh, General Asiedu Nketia is wrong. We have not been rated bankrupt by anybody.
Chairman, so who makes so much sense with that?
Yes.
That discussion must be done hand in hand with external shocks that hit our country.
You remember
so
when...
even if the COVID-19 is free, because like you're saying, maybe in about 21 billion or so, according to the Auditor General Reporter. What about the Russian-Ukraine invasion, which of course any impact on world economies, which Ghana is not an exemption. And you know, this analysis should be tied to that.
Yes, the analysis is tied to that. When the COVID situation, and this comparison, I want to state here, and we need to know this without any ambiguity, say, this comparison with our neighbors, especially Cote d'Ivoire, were what the MPP stood on when the economy was not going well under our regime. These same people, you see, MPP behaves as if they are more Ghanaian than any other person. And unfortunately, we cannot allow them to just go away with it like that. Because when we had external shocks as well, they said, say, our neighbors are not isolated.
Which external shock in NDC?
NDC had a lot of challenges during our time.
So maybe internal shocks?
Internal shocks, yes. Because, but when the prices of crude has issues, it affects your economy, doesn't it?
It does.
We had those problems. But you see, far from that, I think, say, we need to be fair to ourselves. And we need to tell ourselves, say, we have been reckless when it comes to our expenditure. The recklessness is what has brought us here. We've been so reckless to the extent, say, we don't even think about the future generation. We've been so reckless. And you see, when you are reckless and the circumstances become so glare, the best thing you can do is to be humble. And look for better solutions. They should come down from their high horse and ensure, say, Ghanaians deserve better.
All right. And Mira Kwashi, of course, South Africa, a Council of Elders, Mira, and a chairman, Sanso, a chairman of Allied Consortiums in South Africa. Your Excellency, because that should be the president. Utienia Mira Kwashi Kai, Utienia Mira Sabo Kaina. It's more of two giants always at each other's throat almost all the time. Because time NDC and so power we also movie state of the nation now NPP so a true state of the nation here come. The patrol picking the pieces together. What are the real issues?
So in that time, Abba Ghana who don't take any no, to me, tear on me a year. David, when they say, since our democratic dispensation, it two one step forward, near 2-3 steps backwards. The way NDC and NPP compare almost achievements, as far as I'm concerned, it's very sad because even from under President Kufuor time, you call HIPIC, debt forgiveness. Now, it has accumulated all this debt.
I'm sorry for the interjection, but so that we put the record straight, they are not even comparing achievements. And they are equalizing results.
That's what I'm
That
saying.
is what they are doing.
Achievement.
We are A. No, that is not achievement. We are A, we are a B. And common can see 10 hospitals. Now we can see 10 hospitals. That's what we want.
Why? They mean say respectfully, NDC ne MPP, Omo di Ghana Rambo, in a sense, say, a car ye deno. Omo mi no di abeto ho no. Not even in our lifetime, any bit metria sake. As of June 2022, our debt was $55.4 billion, which is 393 billion cedis, or 73.3 of our GDP. And from that, that was from 32.3 billion, which is 143 billion, as of 2022, Otu. And this is data from Central Bank and Finance Ministry data. So, you took one step forward, near about 3 steps back. The way in which the two parties can stand in front of their voters, the citizens of Ghana, and lie about the economy, it's sad.
Between them, who is lying? We want the figures and the facts.
We know what is happening in Ghana. Foodstuffs every single day. You cannot even plan or budget because of these two parties. You cannot plan anything. Abroche, you can plan, say, $100, but we are planning BBR for the next 2 years. Now, say every time with their reckless way of governance, you're too no more, 20%, 33%. Meanwhile, in the West, but who's here to be 0.25%, not even 1%. But because, as far as I'm concerned, I won't even use the word corrupt. They steal money day in, day out. We are being robbed, daylight robbery. That's why every single time, water, electricity, all the utilities, Yatuma, 20, 30, 45%. Why in the world do they do that? And how are you going to manage an economy? Say, sustainability, Papa. You know what I'm saying? Economics 101. When you tax the rich, who suffers? The poor. The trickle-down economy now, na ewo ho no, under Kufuor, the buyer, it's no more there. It's no more there. Say, Ghanaians are going through hell. Nothing works in this country. Now, they are tired of the excuses both MPP and NDC. Omede mak Ghana for. Mr. Moa, Bible cry, the 10 Commandments talk about lying. And they are studying about also. Adia ye tuntum or say fita. To the extent say, obitimi catcher or say, now buying a wasso. Now, the whole candidate yen fat. Now to smaller parties, it will be difficult for us to make inroads. In a sense, the budget, these two people, these two parties, ebe raise in a way. No, they are running elections, Even if you put all the smaller parties together now, we cannot even reach 10% of it. Oh, all we ask for is in a democratic institution, be honest with the people. Go according to your budget.
Is the Nakufado honest with Ghanaians? And let's set this record straight. I want a discussion. We can make reference to past government, but not a discussion. We hold past government ransom for somebody else leading. And I think it's worrying our nation. Say, he takes our taxes. He borrows with our name. But in my country, and most of the journalists, what I see them do, they say, instead of holding the one who takes my taxes and borrows with my name accountable on behalf of the people, then blame opposition leaders. We can make reference with how opposition led, but not hold them accountable for the gross mismanagement of the current leadership. So I want us to put that argument in context. Mr. say, Nana Akufo-Addo, has he been transparent with the people?
No,
The representative
not at all. From day one. From day one. No, to me, share mediums PE, whereby I stated, say, November 2020, before my party was disqualified, I said, say, we are bankrupt. November 2020. November, it was 27th. And near December election. I said, we are bankrupt. 2, we'll go to IMF.
I remember.
I said all these things. And look at what, it has come home to roost. It's happening right now. Me, I saw it over 3 years ago. Now, the worst thing is we have a stubborn government president who doesn't want to listen to the people. And meanwhile, the people, the voters, and they didn't cut now. So, I don't believe in comparative politics. But who share achievement under NDC, Mahama Numbeki, as compared to Nana Addo, we've gone back 20 years. We've gone back 20 years. Share a car a day, 45 billion in 6 years. You borrow that sort of money. Then you have the nerve to come to the public domain and tell them, say, I'm passing all these bills. Nana Addo, I mean, it doesn't even make sense to me.
The Excellency, in all fairness, Yenka who said, and your interest are Ghana, this year, 70-something% on our GDP. And your Akufo-Addo, Bisian Kwan, you have interest. I think Yema viewers on some tears, yes, sir. A car, John Hammer boy.
Right.
A car at a mouse boy.
Yes.
A car at the 4 boy in Inano. A car Akufo-Addo who come on, Akufo-Addo to your interest. So the mental picture should not be created as if, say, Akufo-Addo can't quite get your interest as a country.
No, I know.
Because we free 9.7, or could do 122 billion.
I know.
813% increment.
The truth of the matter is, whether it's a Akufo-Addo, Mahama, a Kabia Yabobi Akufo at a mills, Esietua, a Mabru Nature. But why are you taxing people? Left, right. How about say Edahoy? How about collapse? They were taking almost 300 containers out.
For 1 minute.
A man, right. But right now, no, even you don't even get 9 in a week. Share, say mineral water companies, Makachoda, say they were the one employing people in Ghana for the past 5 years. Share levies are already about to omonomaso. Say sachet water is 10 cedis. And meanwhile, they are the only company I employ Ghanaians. Stimulus package, be an opposite or demand for or they call master. I say it's a farmer mineral water corporation. Say drinks, spirits, apeteshi cry a taxi.
You see, I'm at 20%.
Apeteshi, yeah, taxi.
But your parliament, they say check the executive.
So this is the worst parliament in any country. And they are a threat to our society.
Ghana parliament.
I'm telling you, I've said it over. Yeah, they are a threat to our democracy. Parliament is a threat, and I will keep on saying it until we have a system where we have a bicameral parliament where they can check against each other. You take a bill into parliament, and they need just one person for the bill to pass. Meanwhile, in developed countries, they need 2/3. Do 2/3. You need about 20 from the other side for any bill to pass. This kind of democracy, I call it gutter politics, and it's about time we put an end to it going forward 2024.
Orakwe Sumuru, a founder, bankroll and leader, Emma People's Action Party. I'm sure said Uber contested this year. All right. Mira, what do you come on? And Yanshe, the other one, no problem, because it's intertwined. With 5 minutes. No, 5 years.
But you didn't view. Kwashi. Kasa, in fact, or make you some few idea and person, my mom for and who and credit. Or say COVID, your friends and Auditor General expose here. And my mind is a COVID rather, a boy. I am very shocked. The fact that my meal Amobi Banas or Mansawa.
But he didn't say that.
No, but that is the implication of what he's saying.
So you cannot imply to explicit statements.
No,
What he said is that COVID-19 I'm a high send because he auditor general report.
One can say, or say COVID-19 rather a boy.
Because the auditor general report now a boy. But he did not say the auditor general report exposed.
He said it.
The auditor general. What I said was Sabo. What I said was the auditor general's report has told it, and it's clear. So we made money out of COVID.
Look,
that's what I said.
Look, for the benefit of time and the viewers. But I believe they are watching, and I want to.
So let's
assume. He said it. Let's leave it at that. Okay. What I want him to understand is, the fact that I say, I'm a bia baba bonsawa, not just a and I say, a boa, will not boa.
Okay.
We should be very careful the kind of statement we make. You see, one, let me tell you, nobody is praying. No praying. Nobody is praying. Say COVID-19. They need to say, me too frank with you. At a point in time, I was just thinking that, in fact, the time has come to an end. Because it was so serious to the extent that I said, so I didn't break in the country. Where are you going? How can you escape it? To be frank with you. Oh, yes. Because it's going to say, so also, yes, I born who buy. Uboko Juma Kudija. Or Yeroboko Ju. Or Mabeko school. And then there will be a baby fear. All these things. But let me tell you something. I buy me and born my Amba Jack and ya monk of mining in our free. Amba Jan Su, I'm more mining in our free. Amba top pickups, say Enchimechima and more, say the Baya, Ayarebi, and spread it. I'm equipped some hospitals, say the Baya. You see, there are so many things. I'm to check in Yane free. And so many things that were done that was money. And
was it free?
Of course, they were free. They were all free.
They were all free.
They were all free.
We are paying back today.
Okay.
They were all free.
That's it.
In the sense that, look, listen.
No, proceed, please. I don't want to distort.
Exactly. And all these things, and at the same time, the country was brought to a halt. Ever since I was born in this country, and I was raised in this country. I have not been to any place. I have only traveled just 1 week and come back. So I know the history of this country very well.
Okay.
As far as my age is concerned. Okay. There has never been a government or mine say 1 week, and I say 2 weeks. Yeah, we connect 3 weeks. Say, or man, mo bianye juma, mo bianko juma, or bianko shedem. It has never happened in this country. Thank you very much. And it has also never happened, say, or buy edge much even 83. A common nearby, and no. As I'm running, thank you very much.
I can say 83 no. Sika Masani Awunya 21 billion.
And American
21 billion.
Listen. No, you have to get me right. Say, we have been better off. We have been better off if COVID-19 had not set in and that money had not come in.
Okay.
Secondly, Osaka BB.
I count 2 minutes.
Said the depreciation of the city.
Okay.
Okay. In fact, I didn't even want him to go there because that's what they've been saying again. And I think when I was doing my editing, it escaped me. Look, let me tell you one thing. So from 2013 to 2016, the city depreciated 18%. 18%. From 2017 to 2021, the city only depreciated 6.8%. You see, that's what I've been saying, sir. For the effect of COVID-19, I don't think today NDC will have had anything to stand on to campaign for 2024 elections. But they are hiding under the shadow of COVID-19 to propel or to try to manipulate the minds of Ghanaians that they are better.
But they also went through doomsday struggle.
What's it?
Doomsday struggle. And also
who caused it? Who caused it? Was it an external factor? It was a pure managerial.
It was caused by internal or external shocks. It does not change the situation.
It changes. It changes. This one was a heat, a wave from outside.
Okay, so
all over the world. But in friends, doomsday, it was caused by the government. Then.
You are just playing with words.
It was just non-payment of no management to your gas.
I don't want us to play with words.
David.
It's so simple. Did doomsday strike the country or not?
Doom so.
Yes.
Of course. And who caused it?
Oh,
No, me Debbie. So pori. That's o share. O share baby. O share. Baby o pori am. What's it?
Before caused Doom so in 2007.
2007.
Before caused Doom
was there Doom so?
Yes.
Around 2006, 2007. There was Doom so. You did not name it Doom so, but there was Doom so.
No.
And is it 98?
No, you see yourself. You have corrected. We did not because there was no any impact in that on that particular.
First time.
Yes.
Yeah, man. So for Kobo Empire.
Mention one company that folded up. Around that. No. Mention just one company that folded up.
I can mention one. This textile company in Okujeto Black West Place.
Oh, no. Japan. Oh, no. You see, Japan issue had to do with the cassava that's in the starch that they were saying they should feed with it. No, please, we have the records. Please. Japan, there was power on the plants and everything.
Okay.
It never cost us anything. I'm pleading. Wow. Cities, they are nowhere near us when it comes to management of the cities. You see, COVID has some, and I don't say time in here. Yes, I'll say this statement they've been making it. I don't think it's fair.
Which way?
To us, especially me. I'm a Dogomba man.
Okay.
And apart from Ghana, there is no any part of this world you can find Dogombas. We are only found in Ghana.
You are Ghanaians now.
So I don't think it's going to say, sir, I don't have the right to protect and jealously protect the integrity of Ghana. Because if Ghana is destroyed, I'm destroyed.
That's right.
Are you getting me? So if we are talking about Ghana and we are bringing ideas as to how to make Ghana look nice and safe, no, does not mean that I feel better off than any Ghanaian. Or say, mostly we the MPP, we want to behave as if we are better Ghanaians than others, or we are more Ghanaians than others. Okay. That's a very, excuse me, say with all due respect, reckless statement.
Okay.
Nobody is saying that. No, yes, because excuse me to say, over within northern region, have you getting me? I am a subject of that particular area, and whatever contributions that I will do to make sure that northern region develops, I will do. The same way, Oko Ashanti region.
Okay, so tie the argument
collectively
to politics. No, don't tie it to tribalism.
No, I'm not trying to tribalism, but I'm telling politics. Nothing can.
No, but he made reference.
Is there different? No.
I know.
But when you say that way, no, we are doing politics.
No, we are doing politics, but I know how it is when tribe comes to this. He did not make reference to any tribe. He made reference to politics.
Listen,
please stick to politics.
Listen,
I will not allow you to degenerate.
You are not getting me. The reason why I'm bringing that way. We are talking of Ghanaians.
Bring that.
No, you are not getting me. Then
I don't want to get to
I am not tribalizing. No,
please.
If I go to Nigeria today and I'm going to do something and it's about national issue, and they say, which tribe are you? And I'm say I'm a Dogomba. It identifies my nationality.
But he mentioned that.
No, and I'm only identifying myself as a Ghanaian by telling you who I am.
I know
First,
who you are now.
Yeah, but the viewer there, he doesn't know who I am. We are addressing the viewers.
If we are addressing a statement made.
No. Those statements.
That statement. He did not make mention to tribalism.
We should always dwell on our collective interests.
That's fine.
In this country. Are you getting me? Than trying to talk of what divides us. Because this statement divides us. Okay. I also want to show how Ghanaian I am.
Okay.
Do you get me right? Okay,
so that is
yes. So lastly, because in fact I have a lot of but lastly, he was talking of unemployment. That is this. You see, in Ghana here, I have always said it. As we speak today, there's no any unemployment association in this country. There's nothing like that as we speak. But prior to 2015, 2016, we saw the associations.
Madam for crying out, President. I'm very blessed.
Thank you very much. There were so many. So that was even an indication that indeed the country was under.
It's good. So now that
when it comes to
the unemployed association collapsed, it's an indication that.
So it tells you that yes, there are other alternatities that people have found themselves in it. Not but at least the me partner say Oko Bifi. Excuse me, with all due respect. Next and Procrono, you so fan and I mean, it tells you that say. Obaya a damn ISano. Net as a fan and a huge man. So doom spine now. You know there isn't one.
We are 1 minute.
No problem. I mean, much 1 minute for free. You see how benevolent I am.
Thank you.
Now, but let me start from pointer about unemployment association and what's the current administration? They've silenced everybody. During the Mahama administration, everybody said anything. Everybody could talk about President Mahama, and they were free.
Sorry, but please admit, there used to be unemployment association. Me madam for bless nene.
Can you form that today?
And agree that there is no unemployment association.
Can you form
now?
that unemployment association today?
But as we are speaking, it's not in session.
But you should know, say, because this government is vindictive, people also do things go into the bad boost of Nana Addo and the administration. Now, when I said, say, MPP behaves as if they are Ghanaian more than the others, it's a statement of fact. It's a statement of fact.
We'll prove in here then.
We were in this country when Esla Usu said the GMI. Somebody should tell me I'm lying.
Oh, send me crying him.
In the context of that thing, say, yeah, GMI.
Esla, don't take it serious.
But that was Esla's position.
No.
Not the position of MPP.
No. She said
she
spoke as a member of the MPP.
Oh, but she's not MPP.
And she was on a...
Say, I'm sorry, but I remember those times.
Yes.
There was no communication or positioning people to that effect. Say, MPP, I saw you say, yeah, GMI. Esla, the opinion. You cannot characterize the whole party
yeah, GMI.
with an opinion of an individual.
Now, we've heard His Excellency President Anado go to a station and say, open development, na you also obey.
Yes.
But if you put pressure on him, that's a need to be able to vote him NDC.
Yes.
You heard it? Good. So this is where I talk about, say, we should come down from a high horse. As a country, is it not true, say, Auditor General's report, how much did we make out of COVID?
21, an Auditor General,
21 billion. Out of the 21 billion, we spent 11.7 billion on COVID-related activities. The rest, echoing.
A big education.
A big government machinery. A big what did they call it? They said they were doing. So it was spent on unnecessary things. So when I'm coming in, I'm saying, say, the recklessness, and I brought here to this stage. There's so much to say. There's a municipal chief executive here and a baby on the suppose because when him say, I know COVID can be.
Now, Rafi, is this an illegal woman?
A woman.
Also, no question 100,000.
Okay,
100,000 because
but I think that one has been explained.
No.
Because even members of parliament, NDC members of parliament, had money to share to their constituents.
No.
COVID money.
Yes.
COVID money.
Yes.
No, we don't know about that.
You see?
No, we
you
don't
see
know
that one there, you don't remember.
Maybe it is true.
But that was you
even
remember.
if it is true.
Apostle Francis Odro World Outreach Ministry akawo ho biom the School of Ministry anyame enam Apostle Francis Odro so nyame adon wo so ana wo da eso ene yisrem kire se nyame aton sa afraw amanyame adwuma ana mpo se wo nyame sumu dada nanso unim adom